laughter wins between the what she did with my perfume. Can't lose it, got to use it. Lulu's back in town. Now all your pets, blondes and brunettes, ba-doo-ba-doo-da-doo-da-doo. I just won't be around. Hell, man, not the call. I won't. I thought that was pretty funny. Hey, honey, come on up here. I want to introduce you up here. Come on up here. Not after Lulu. All right, then. Oh, gosh, you know, I want to know something else right now, too, is, where's my buddy Ric Flair? Oh, I'll tell you what, he's the nutty one, I'll tell you that for sure. You think he's nuts now, though? Wait till he reaches puberty. That is so funny, isn't it? I am really funny tonight. Whoa! All right, where did JJ go? What are you doing over there, JJ? Well, I'm glad you're not. Oh, gosh, let me see what else. I want to know where my KC crew is. I see Harley here. But I would like to see Kirsten and Tom and the Geigle girls. I know they're out there somewhere. Where are you? Well, all I know is that we sure do miss Bob. And that's for certain. We loved him. He was a great member. He was here every year. And just a great, great guy that we're going to miss. And it just seems like there's more and more that are leaving us every year. Talk about Bob, he was a tough guy too, you know, and talk about tough guys. The Midwest put him out. Henning, Race, Geigel, Gagne, Gunkel, the Briscoes, Hodge, Hutton, Jim Ross. Jim Ross. Oh, that was a different paragraph. I can tell that voice anywhere. You know, I'd like to I would really like, this is just for me personally, I would like to see the wrestlers' wives and who is their wives and their families here at the Cauliflower Alley Club tonight. If you have a wrestler in your family, I would like to see y'all stand up. You know, everybody in here. I see you can get up off of those chairs now. It doesn't look like anybody can get up, but the guys that have got wrestlers in their families, and the girls and the families themselves, I'll tell you what, you people are the backbone of the Cauliflower Alley Club. That's no BS. I am here tonight to honor one of the great wrestling families. In the late 50s, the Amarillo Territory was in need of a Latin wrestler. Mike DiBiase suggested a young man he had seen in LA. The wrestler's name was Ricky Romero. He suggested they contact him. The promotion did, and Romero and his wife Stella came to the Texas Pavilion with their family. Because of his speed in the ring, he was almost automatically dubbed Rapid Ricky Romero. He became so popular in Lubbock, Texas, they averaged over 4,000 people a week for 52 weeks in the early 60s. Lubbock was second in the state as far as attendance is concerned that year, only beaten by Houston and the late and great promoter, Paul Bosch. When Romero wrestled, there were 20 tacos sold to every hot dog. And I know that's the damn truth because I worked in the concession and had to make the dadgum thing. I'll always remember Ricky Romero and his whole family and their smiles. They all had huge, bright smiles. Ricky Sr., Chris, Mark, Ricky Jr., Steve, better known as Jay Youngblood, and their sister Yolanda. I can understand Steve having a big smile at that time. His partner was Ricky Steamboat, one of the all-time greats for sure. They were truly superstars on a run. But then tragedy struck in Australia, of all places. In the prime of his career, on September the 2nd, 1985, Steve Romero, a.k.a. Jay Youngblood, had ruptured his spleen in a match in Melbourne. And he had a series of heart attacks. He was rushed to the dressing room where he died. He is now buried besides his parents in Amarillo. Mark, Chris, and Ricky Jr. have continued on with the Romero legacy, not only in the Amarillo area, but across the country. And the smiles are still on their faces. I asked Chris how they could keep on smiling with the loss of so many family members. He said, it's simple, Terry. They're in a better place. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking to bring up now the wonderful Romero family, and please step forward. Thank you very much.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank the CAC for acknowledging our family. And I want to thank my father and my brother for leading the way for me and my brother to keep on continuing the legacy. There's a lot of people I really want to thank, and all of you guys are still out there that stepped in the ring with me and made me who I am today. All the boys here know exactly what I mean. Everybody's here to help everybody. One of my first territories to go to was the Central States. My boss, Mr. Harley Race, Mr. Bob Geigel, and Mr. Pat O'Connor, some of the top legends in the world. Now, I'm here just to represent the Romero family. And I want to say thank you very much for honoring us. I want to thank Mr. Ricky Steamboat for running with my brother. And you guys just tearing up the wrestling world. And I just want to continue our legacy, and I want to thank everybody for honoring us and having us here tonight. Thank you very much.
Wow, look at this room, man. This is a brotherhood. You know, we're all family. I see people that I grew up watching wrestling. My father, the great Rapid Ricky Romero, take on the likes of Harley Race, you know, New Dick Myers, the Funks, Stan Hansen. They all came through Amarillo. It was a privilege. It was a plethora of the best wrestling in the world. If God made a place that started wrestling, it was right there in Amarillo, Texas. And I'm proud to be from that town because these great guys paved the way for me. Like Mark said, my father, my brother, they were great individuals. They were made to be professional wrestlers. God put them on this earth to be professional wrestlers. And we stood up and we had to follow. And there are big legacies to follow in. Mark and I did have our highs and we had some lows, but to be able to fill those shoes, man, I tell you what, it was tough. And it's an honor and privilege to be up here today and to receive this beautiful award and be an alumni of you people and the greatness of what this CAC stands for. My father used to come here many years. He succumbed to diabetes in 2006. And in 2004, he asked me to come up to join him to be part of this wonderful, wonderful brotherhood. And I see all the people out there. You know, we got the nod not too long ago, 3 or 4 months ago. And I want to thank Karen Merritt. I want to thank all the people that voted for the Youngbloods, Romeros. It's just an honor to be up here. And there's so many of you people that I know, and there's some of you that I haven't known. There's some of you that I've idolized that you know I don't even know you. But I think one thing is in common is the bite of the wrestling bug and the brotherhood that it brings upon us. Professional wrestling has been my life, and being a second-generation wrestler and growing up in the business has been the most unique life anybody could ask for. It was different. It was way different than anybody else's lives. Growing up, kid next to me in school, fathers were doctors, lawyers. My dad was a professional wrestler. It was a tough one, especially in the early 70s, Amarillo, Texas. Him being put the Hispanic wrestler on the map in a predominantly Caucasian city territory and becoming one of the top drawers, like Terry Funk said. And it was a privilege and an honor to be in that spot. I wouldn't change it for the world. Sometimes I think I'm like the Forrest Gump of professional wrestling. A lot of things have happened in my life, and you know, I could sit down all day long and tell you I was in different places at different times. But I want to thank first and foremost the man that's up there with my father right now, Mr. Dory Funk Sr. He made it all happen. And the Funk family, Terry, Dory, they've always took care of us. You know, they brought my father into territory at the time, and they let him run with what he had. My dad was ahead of his time. Very flashy individual, moved with quickness in the ring. And being a professional wrestler's son was a unique experience, especially learning when I was training. I got broke into the business because I was helping train guys in the backyard in our arena. And he was seeing, you know, I was a 13-year-old kid, and he was going down the ward, doing some shots of Sean Fargo. And he said, bring your stuff. I said, well, why? So I went with him to El Paso. Next thing I know, he threw me out in the wolves. And you know what? It was the best experience of my life at that age. And you know, being a professional wrestler, some of the stories as a kid, being a second generation, and how you're a kid, you didn't know about what kayfabe was, and you didn't know a lot of things about this, but you kind of knew something was going on. You know, and one of the funny things about it is one time I remember my father, he was the brass knuckles belt. I believe he's cycling there. He got the belt home. This guy here decides to get a screwdriver, take off the brass knuckle, right? You're going to take our fist in the kitchen brass floor. Mark and I had a real brass knuckles at every age. That's professional dancer's life. We're kids. We seen the belt, did what he had to do. You know, numerous times I remember back in my father's bag, it was a prank. We fight over each other. Who's going to dad's back? No, you are. You know, the thing is the honor to do that and to be there. And there you go. Another quick story. John Youngblood. Man, what a talent. So, you know, growing up as a kid, he was always a winner. You know, he just always about that man. You know, he just blessed to really stood in there. And growing up kid as a winner, he won the low punt passing buzz, he pitched it, pass and tag hunt and whatever. Got the dog, got him, that we had, him up, grouped him up, to himself, and took him to the local, this dog show in one place. That's about how a person, he gives you the shirt off the thing about, you know, and the funny thing about it is, when he turns 15 years old, my dad, he's a member of the LWA Bookers. He remembers the Bookers and their book territory we had, and he had all the red book that everybody had Bookers had. They have numbers to every, you know, and I remember Jay Wood, Snatch says Steve Romero. Himself, he sold that book. He went and on it, and he got on his uncle himself for length. He got booked up the term Gilbert and the beats he wanted, and his donation, and he was that he was trying to do what his did. Anyway, I all this, but so quick, very well. I got a fan. I want to thank Dan here. I said the function, Hanson Forest crew, going to thank, you know, all the Texas out there, always, especially all the time. They go along together, and and be just an honor, privilege to stay here. Thank you, part of this beautiful community. Thank you.